Hello everyone, today we're going to explain how to install the Huawei emulator, eNSP. Before installing eNSP, we need to install these three additional software programs in order 0, 1, and 2, and then finally install eNSP. Before installing eNSP, you need to know that if your computer is running Win1124H2 version, you won't be able to use eNSP. Even if the installation is successful, you may encounter errors while using eNSP later on. Now, let's move on to installing the first one. Click Yes. All emulators, including all software during installation, require you to turn off your computer's firewall. This is also true when using eNSP later on, because the firewall can easily block you, causing it to be unusable or resulting in errors. When installing the software, you just need to click Next and agree to the installation. There's no need to change any options, including the installation path. Just click Finish here. Next, let's install the next software. Click Yes. The same is true here. Next, install everything without changing anything. When installing the second package, it will also require you to install 2 additional software programs. We'll follow its prompts to install. I agree, click Next, Next, or Next, Next, don't change any options, and there's no need to change the installation path. Click Install. Next, click Finish. This option asks if you want to see some previous versions. We don't need to check that. If you're interested, you can select it, but if you're not, we can leave it unchecked. If you check it, and then click Finish, it will open a web page for you, but if we leave it unchecked, it won't open, so click Finish. Here, it will also ask you to install something called Wireshark, which is a packet capture software. This will help us capture data, while using eNSP for better learning in the future. It will also help us understand the key points in networking better. And to better understand the key points in networking, click Next, click I agree, then Next, Next. There's no need to change the installation path, Next, and all options can remain unchanged. Click Install. Click Next, then click Finish. Click Next to finish. Next, let's install VirtualBox. It's normal here as well. Click Next, 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 Yes, to install. Click Finish. Here, checking this box is to help you open VirtualBox later. We need to check it to see if VirtualBox has been installed successfully. Installation successful. If the screen you see is the same as mine right now, it means your VirtualBox installation was successful. Next, let's go ahead and install the eNSP emulator. Click Yes here. Choose the language based on everyone's situation, and then we click OK. Here we also click Next. I agree to the next installation path, and there's no need to make any changes. If you absolutely have to change it, all installation paths must not contain any letters other than English. When installing other installation packages, it is recommended that you do not change the installation path, especially for VirtualBox, as this can easily cause VirtualBox installation failure, including subsequent errors. It is recommended that you do not modify the installation path during the installation process to prevent eNSP from reporting errors. Click Next. Next step. Next step. During the installation of eNSP, You will need to wait a few more minutes, so we just need to wait patiently. Here, it will ask you whether you want to open ESP and show its upgrade log. If you're interested, you can take a look, HCIA. If not, you can uncheck the option to open ESP. If in the future you want to check if ESP was installed successfully, we can select AR220 here and drag it to the empty space on the right. We can choose to start it. You can either click the Start button here or right-click to start a single device individually. Here, we choose to right-click and start. Double-click to enter and we can see its command line. Here, the hashtag indicates that it is starting up. If in the future you see the angle brackets for Huawei, it means the installation was successful, and you can now fully enjoy using ESP. Most devices should be able to use ESP. If you need the installation tools mentioned in this video, feel free to contact me, and I'll provide them to you for free.